Hi. Oh, my camera's a little crooked here. Hold on. There we go. Hi. Welcome to the second 9 weeks. Ooh boy. So really, there's only actually two of you in this class. So whenever I say hi, I really just mean hi to Gloria and Far Fars Faris Marzuk. Marzuk, I think I've got. Faris, I'm pretty sure I'm destroying that name. If so, I apologize. You guys are the only guys that have actually turned in any work for this class. You're the only two that have actually actively participated or done any of the discussion classes. So basically, it's a class for you two. So, the good news there is that gives us kind of a lot of flexibility in how we approach things, and kind of how we're going to do things from here on out. So, um, I got some good news and some bad news for the two of you based on what I saw at the end of last 9 weeks. So we read the tragical comedy of Mr. Punch, and I think both of you kind of struggle with that. I don't know if it was because it was just very different from any book that you've ever done before, or if maybe we just lost something because we lost the ability to kind of work on it together. And in losing that, we kind of lost something in translation there, which is very possible. Some texts really work better whenever we have the capacity to work through them together in class as a group, and have a discussion as we kind of work through them. And we didn't have that opportunity with the tragical comedy. So the good news, so the bad news is that we're going to read our first book this time. It's like book, and it's by the same writer. It's by Neil Gaiman. Good news is that it's not a comic book. It's just a regular old novel, and it's actually really short. It's not very long at all. It's actually hold on one second here. I can actually tell you how long it is here. Let's see here. Let's go to the end here. Oh, it does actually have a page count on me for me here, though, does it? It sure doesn't. It doesn't actually have a page count. Never mind. I don't have an actual page count. But needless to say, it is not actually very long at all. It's not. It is not a super long book. Hold on. How long is Ocean at the End of the Lane? Let's see here. Let's see how long this book actually is here. Do 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 do. So interesting thing, you can actually get a lot of this information off of Amazon. So it's only 259 pages long, which, as far as novels go, is actually on the very short end of things. It's also it's actually a relatively easy read as well. It is not like Punch and Judy. It's got a very linear kind of story to it. It's relatively easy to follow. This is a book that I have taught before, and I've never had students complain about it. So I'm really hoping that it goes well for us here. But we're not actually going to start reading it yet this week, unless you want to. I'm not going to require you to, though. This week, I just wanted to kind of ease you guys back into things. So what I did was I posted an interview with Mr. Neil Gaiman down here, where he's talking about whenever he was going through the process of writing this novel, so on and so forth. And I just gave you a couple of interview questions to answer right here. There's not many. There's 7 of them. That's not a lot, right? So I'm just asking you to answer these 7 questions as you watch this interview, just to kind of get you in the right headspace and familiarize yourself. So Neil Gaiman is one of the more renowned writers alive right now, and definitely in the realm of fantastical realism. Um, he definitely is probably one of the foremost, if not foremost, living writer in that particular genre. He is an academic. He's written comic books. He's written movies. He's written scripts. He's written children's books. He's written novels. Almost every novel that he's written has been adapted into a production of some variety. Um, but he's a very particular kind of storyteller. He has a certain approach to storytelling and to the role that he thinks that stories have in our lives and in the space of ourselves and in our development that give a kind of different perspective to his work. If you guys are interested, and I don't know if you are, this is one of those things where like hold on one second here, where I'm a big proponent of I'm a big nerd and I love learning stuff all the time. So I'm always looking to learn stuff. So actually, Neil Gaiman did a master's course, a master class on being a writer as well, where he talks a lot about what it means to be a writer and what his like writer's process is and the responsibility of the writer to the audience and the differences between short fiction. If you guys wanted access to this resource, let me know. I'm never going to require it for like work or like anything else, but if you find yourself intrigued by the kind of guy that he is and his approach to storytelling, he also has a collection of essays that he wrote called View from the Cheap Seats, which is extremely good, written by Neil Gaiman as well, which is a collection of his nonfiction essays that he's written about kind of everything. And we may actually pull one of these out and actually do one of these nonfiction essays as we do the story as well. But anyways, sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent, and I apologize. Your only job this week is to watch this interview, which I think is about half an hour long. Yeah, right at 30 minutes. Answer these 7 questions, upload them here, and respond to this weekly discussion thread about this old saying that children are horrible historians. And I'm interested in whether or not you agree or disagree with that idea that children are horrible historians. Because I think it's a very interesting idea to kind of toy around with. And that's all that you've got to do this week. Next week, we're going to start Ocean at the End of the Lane in earnest. I did go ahead and upload a copy of the book right here. You can read this with Calibri just like last time, or really any ebook reader will work. If you download it to like your phone, for instance, you probably already have a default app installed on your phone that'll just open it. But if you want to read it on a computer, you definitely can. Also, if you prefer audiobooks, there's a great audiobook. Excuse me. There's a great audiobook for this book. And if you've never done Audible, you can actually subscribe to Audible and get a book for free. You get 1 free credit, 2 if your family are already Prime members. It doesn't cost you anything, and then you can download the audiobook. I already have a copy of the audiobook. I've listened to it several times, as well as have read the hard copy book. Also, I'm just a big fan of audiobooks in general. I think they are a fantastic way to just chew through books, man. Like I chew through an unbelievable amount of books. Going through audiobooks. Like, this is my audiobook library, and you can see I got 3 pages deep of audiobooks that I've just chewed through here. So I'm a firm believer that audiobooks are a great way of getting some like reading in, especially if you're driving for like work, or if you've got a crappy job that involves you just pushing carts around or like whatever. Throwing on an audiobook is a great way to do it. So anyways, you could do the Audible free trial and get a copy of the audiobook that way if you wanted to. Let me see if I can find it in my library here. It should be on page 1, I think, because I was just re-listening to it to refresh my memory. I'm not sure if it goes by what you've listened to most recently or if it goes by what you've purchased most recently. If it's purchased, it's going to be back here a little ways. Hold on here. There it is. Yeah, Ocean at the End of the Lane, right here. Boom. It is only like a 4-hour listen, I think. Yeah, 5 hours, 48 minutes, but you're probably going to want to speed it up. When you listen to an audiobook in Audible, you can actually change the rate at which it reads.
The door. He looked down.
So I usually listen at about between 1.25 and 1.5, depending. Audible also has an app for your phone. So, yeah, anyways, if you like the idea of an audiobook, you can check that out. If not, feel free to read it here. You can also try and check out a copy from the library. They are doing curbside pickup, and I know they have a lot of copies in stock. So that's that. I'll be coming at you guys next week whenever we'll start talking about the book in earnest. Enjoy the interview. If you have any questions or if you need anything, let me know. I'll be glad to help you out. Have a good one, guys. Peace.